It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, coming to you each and every day as we try to keep you informed on the world of HBCU sports and beyond. Our social media handles, so Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, are all at the Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is at Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our website is obnradio.com. And our 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. And without any further delay, we're going to jump right into today's episode. Doubleheader action on last night on the hardwood for the Waller Bulldogs. Women's division found themselves with somewhat of a cakewalk as they were victorious over Tomball by the score of 70-29. And in the nightcap, men took care of Montgomery by the score of 59-51. The Bulldogs having a good night on last night, pretty good turnout. You can go back and check those games out on the Open Mic Broadcast Network through Spreaker.com, or you can even go to YouTube and check us out at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. On the collegiate side of things, as far as basketball goes, Texas Southern had a Big 12 opponent in the likes of Iowa State. They fell short by the score of 79-59. Louisiana College fell short against Alcorn by the score of 86-50. Arkansas Pine Bluff were beat by Milwaukee by the score of 69-55. Today's action on the hardwood will have the Panthers out west. They'll take on Arizona. That'll be at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time tip-off. North Florida and Alabama A&M will get together at 11 a.m. Jacksonville State and Alabama State will do battle at 6 p.m. Southern University will have a Big Ten opponent in the likes of Nebraska, and that tip-off will be at 7 p.m. On the men's side of things of basketball, Alcorn State fell short to North Carolina State by the score of 87-64. Mississippi Valley loses to Louisiana Tech by the score of 76-43. And Texas Southern falls short to Arkansas by the score of 82-51. Today, Alabama State will take on number 20th ranked Tennessee, 6 p.m. at Tennessee. Grambling State and San Jose State will get together tonight at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And of course, in football news, the Southwestern Athletic Conference 2019 season is coming to a close. Alcorn will be hosting Jackson State, and Jackson State will try to play spoiler, as Alcorn needs to win this game to assure themselves home field advantage for the SWAC championship game. Meanwhile, the tension is mounting between Grambling and Southern. They'll have a bye this week, and they'll play the Bayou Classic to determine the winner of the West and the next opponent for Alcorn in the championship game. Now, if you're Alcorn, you would have to think that they would more than likely prefer to see Southern, being that they've had more success against Southern than what they've had against Grambling of late. I know they won't come out and publicly say that, but if you look at the measures of the tape, Alcorn has had a more favorable matchup against Southern versus that of Grambling. So it'll be interesting to see how all of this unfolds as we come toward the final stretch run. And speaking of unfolding, sources have confirmed the Panthers have removed offensive line coach Ashton Green. He is no longer a part of the program at Prairie View A&M University. And according to sources, this took place prior or right along the lines during the week of the Arkansas Pine Bluff game. Very interesting. And for the record, we did reach out to Prairie View's administration staff, but to no avail. No one would confirm nor deny, and for that matter, even return the inquiries. But I can assure you it has been confirmed that Ashton Green is no longer a part of the Prairie View A&M University football program's coaching staff, which leads one to wonder, what's the big deal of not making that a public announcement? We make the announcements when players and coaches arrive, but then we want to keep it on the hush when they leave or removed from duties. I recall the buzzword transparency that keeps, for whatever reason, coming up short. But needless to say, it is what it is. Now, some would say, well, I'm a private person and I don't get into all that, and we can respect that, but you're in a public eye to the university. So therefore, there's going to be some public events that you might not necessarily want to do, but need to do just to keep the people informed. There's no need to go into no full detail, but just say, hey, we're moving in another direction, que sera, sera, and move on. Turn the page and move on. As I mentioned, it is what it is. So it'll be interesting to see what other moves will take place during the off season for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers football program. There are some concerns and some issues that need to be addressed, and we'll see what other moves will be made. Still a final week of football for the Panthers as they'll take on Alabama State Thanksgiving Day. Alabama State find themselves in somewhat of an awkward situation. They have traditionally had this Turkey Day Classic against Tuskegee, but as of late, Tuskegee has said, we want to keep our options open for playoffs in the Division II ranks. And can you blame them? A lot of people say, well, there's no money in the playoffs, there's no this, there's no that. But I can assure you this, name recognition, brand identification sometimes is better than getting money. When you can go out and open up your portals, expand your portals through your athletic program because of their playoff appearances and the history and everything that's connected to that, the location of your university, the history of your university, the student body population, what your university offers, all those things, you can't spend enough money on marketing and advertising with what comes with being exposed from having the program that has been qualified enough to get postseason invites that can further highlight your institution. So now Alabama State has become a bit creative in opening up the invitation to other would-be opponents by dangling a little extra carrot in front of them. We'll see how long this lasts. We'll see if Tuskegee would reconvene and possibly meet at another time of the year. But all that remains to be seen. Love to hear who you think is going to win the Bayou Classic this year. Will it be Grambling, the hottest team in the Southwest Athletic Conference? Or will it be Southern, the original pick from the powers that be back at Media Day 2019? Only time will tell. The clock is running. And speaking of running, I've run out of time for today. I must exit stage left. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince, thanking you guys for joining us on today. As always, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.